Hello, love. Welcome to your Sagittarius lunar cycle oracle card transmission. This is the transmission for you in this moment. If you were called to this stunning, heart-opening Dioptase and Malachite on quartz matrix, and it's this beautiful pink quartz as well, so you can almost feel the emerald ray with the pink ray blooming from it, and it even has a bit of a heart shape. It kind of has the texture also of a peach or nectarine pit, which can give you a little bit more of a sense of the centering and grounding love energy that this stone has as its trademark. One of the strongest aspects of dioptase is that it helps you to go into negative emotions or traumas, past life, early childhood, ancestral, from the space of your heart, and almost like you're being held by a guardian angel. The crystal fairy in Dioptase holds you like a guardian angel as you traverse into those places and release the talons that are stuck in, allowing yourself to begin to heal the open wounds. Can also take you into your scar tissue. Malachite has a similar property. Malachite is a blood healer. We can think of this as the actual blood of your body, but also as the blood of your line, the blood that you carry with you in this incarnation. For this lunar cycle, we're going to work with the secret language of light as our centerpiece. We then have the Pegasus Oracle coming in to give us a couple of messages. And our tarot will be Spacious Tarot with the expansion deck also. And the expansion deck is the elements and astrological signs and things like this, which will come in separately from the tarot in some way or another. We will just have to wait till we get there to find out. The Sagittarius new moon is carrying with it some really lovely love energy. It's higher, expanded capacities to love. And one of the ways that we could feel into this with this particular stone also is the malachite and the dioptase and this beautiful, almost magenta pink quartz that it's laying upon are helping us to connect in with those things about ourselves that we have maybe shamed or othered, those things about someone in our life that we've maybe shamed or othered, those places where we've separated rather than connected, and to heal them by remembering the power of connectedness. That's what it feels like, these stones all together. And this reconnection does not necessarily mean that you're supposed to have a physical relationship with that aspect of self. Okay, I'm supposed to tell you a story about this morning. One of the cats that lives with me, Petra, has made a habit recently. Over the last few months, this has become her new thing, of jumping up on top of my dresser at about sometime between 3 and 4 a.m. and eating the plants that are up there to get my attention so that I'll wake up, because she thinks maybe if I wake up, then I will also give her breakfast. It has not worked as of yet to give her breakfast at 4 a.m. However, this morning, she did this once, and this poor little plant that she's going after, every time it starts to grow a new leaf. Before the leaf can even unfurl, she is on it. So I'm going to have to find a new place for this plant. When she went up there the first time, I said, okay. I got up, got her down, gave her lots of love and cuddles, and I had to pee, so I went to the bathroom, and then I went and laid back down. And then Mike got up, and he went to the bathroom. And a couple minutes later, after he'd laid down, back up on top of the dresser was Petra. And I was like, oh, Mike, can you get her this time? Mike, can you get her this time? But I must have been talking too quietly, or he was still asleep when he got up and laid back down, but he did not hear me. I was so annoyed. Oh, I was so annoyed. And I got her down, and I took her out of the bedroom, and I shut the door, and I said, I love you, but no. No more in the bedroom for right now. And when I laid back down, I could feel this urge within myself to shuffle off that annoyance, and even to judge and shame myself for experiencing it. And then I connected in from a different vantage point, and I said, no, let it flow. Let it go where it needs to go. It will dissipate on its own. And sure enough, I let it kind of move through me. And never once did I connect in with it as the identification of who I was. It was just simply something I was experiencing in that moment. And it was beautiful because I was then able to allow it to pass through in the time that it needed. And then I was called to bring white light into my being, and then violet flame into my being, and then blue flame through my entire being. And then I fell back to sleep. But I didn't get stuck in the annoyance. And I didn't try and bypass it either. And that's kind of the energy. That's like a higher vibration of love, right? When you can allow yourself to experience an emotion without becoming that emotion. when I was writing about it this morning, as I was writing my dream time down, it came in to say that the only what we think of as an emotion that is truly connected to our embodied existence is love. And it's because love is not an emotion, it is a state of being. Something like annoyance or fear or anger, envy, those are emotions. They can rise up within us, but they are not an identifying marker of who we are. It's like that John Lennon song, I'm just a jealous guy. Well, only if he wants to be. My father often says, I'm sorry I'm such a shitty father, or to my sister, I'm sorry I'm such a shitty grandfather. And my sister and I are always like, that's just who you call yourself. That's what you call yourself, and that's how you've decided to be in this world. It's not actually the truth of who you are unless you let it be. We are all able to be a higher expression of ourselves. And when we connect into the truth that the only thing that we actually are is love, it becomes a bit easier to let go of the false masks that we wear. Wow, that's a lot before we've even had a card come in, huh? Let's see where we go. I'm really feeling there's this amazing Isis North Node energy during this moon. Isis is also making a square, if I remember correctly, to Chiron. No, that's not right. It's a square to the North Node. It doesn't matter. And then there's a lovely Earth Grand Trine going on. Oh, that's it. Hygeia in Capricorn, Isis in Virgo, and the North Node in Taurus are making an Earth Grand Trine. And that feels like the same sort of energy that we're talking about. That ability to create a higher expression of who we are in our physical reality. Here we are. Let's see what the card has to say. Yeah, that's right. Transformation. Right? And the earth there. That feels about perfect for what we were just talking about, doesn't it? Especially because we brought in that Earth Grand Trine right before this card jumped out for us. And it's all these amazing colors. We're able to connect into the entire spectrum of our being. And to be in a constant state of transformation, just like the earth is always rotating. Let's bring in the Pegasus Oracle. I feel like there's something more that wants to come through as the Pegasus wraps us in their wings. It's interesting too because transformation is what we are coming through now after those eclipse wormholes. I'm facilitating this particular reading on the 20th, so we have just one day left at this point of Scorpio season before we move into the fiery movement of Sagittarius, bringing us into a purification and elevation. And getting rid of the clutter from the transformations so that we can more fully integrate what has come through. In some ways, it feels like the Sagittarius month comes in after Scorpio in order to help us cleanse the palette after all of the transformation, and then Capricorn comes in after that to help us anchor the new that has birthed from all of that transformation in. But in order to fully anchor it, in order to fully ground it, getting rid of the clutter is also important. If you're going to reconstruct your kitchen, it's important to clean it first, right? Clean out the fire pit so you can lay the logs and start a new one. Not quite. I almost thought those were going to jump out for us, but they weren't. They weren't your cards. We're almost there now. Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, there we go. Peaceful Pegasus of the Earth. Wow, we are really doing that Gaia energy, aren't we? There's almost a sense of your transformation is also transforming the Earth, right? And the Pegasus of the rainbow light. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, look at this. Look at this. I'm going to bring this up a little bit because it feels like it wants to be super lined up like that. To show us this amazing ability to anchor and to fly at the same time. And that's that constant process, right? And then it's all done through the heart. It all begins at the heart with love. This aqua color is calling. It's like almost sky blue. It's calling me right now. Which color is calling you? Which color is calling you? Maybe it's more than one. Feels like a very strong calling is coming forth for you right now. To remember your physical beingness and the roots of your physical beingness, the elements that make you up. To dive in and explore all of the different light, all of the different fire and water, air, earth, the electromagnetism, the electricity that's magnetized, that holds your whole being together. As all of your atoms bounce off of one another, creating this kind of light circus. There's a way in which you are being asked to be fully in your body right now. Fully in your body right now. As you connect with the earth and as you connect with the cosmos. To allow yourself not to float up and out or to lose yourself in earthiness, but to be your embodied self, fully connected to your cosmic self and the earth upon which you walk, sit, that feeds you. To be grounded and soaring through the sky at the same time. What if this is the transformation? What if this is the transformation? It is not about necessarily calling in your light from some faraway space, but remembering that it exists beyond time, and it is innately who you are, whether you lay in a meadow or soar through the sky. Whomever and however you are, your light is always with you. This is what means remembering your medicine. It's simply remembering who you are and what you are, and this amazing journey, this life, this experiment, this dance, this joy. You see how joyous the peaceful Pegasus of the earth and the Pegasus of the rainbow light both are. We see how joyous the earth is in this image of transformation. To find equal joy in your depths and in your heights. Bringing in the expansion deck really quickly here. I'll have a card from this deck and see see where our journey goes from there. I'm feeling really strong Pleiadian energy in this reading, and it's about that ancient connection the Pleiadians are said to have to the human beingness, that the DNA that we carry in these bodies is connected to the Pleiadian star beings. The Pleiadians are thought to be the most elemental of all of the star races. They are some of the original blueprint for this grand dance, this living library that the earth is. Yeah, a little bridge to do here. Okay, there it is. Oh, fire. What this fire wants to do. What does this fire want to do? It feels like it wants to go back here. It's that transformation that we were talking about before. That cycle with the Scorpio into the Sagittarius, into the Capricorn, allowing you to move into a grounded existence. And it almost feels as if we were given the earth on this side and the rainbow light on this side in order to show that this is a never-ending cycle, that you ground in, and then you begin a transformation again, and then you purify, you soar, and you ground in. Because after Capricorn, what do we have? Aquarius, the air. So we can see, in some ways, you're being shown a diagram of your process, and that it can happen in any order once the initial transformation has begun. It's very interesting. This is also feeling a lot like what's coming in to talk about on Mondays, YouTube Live. The Pentacle and the Ascension cycle. Before I pick up the tarot, it's coming in to say, close your eyes. Close your eyes now. Take a couple of deep breaths, and as you do, connect in with the bottom of your feet. The bottom of your feet. To the place where you connect with the earth. And as you're connecting there, without breaking that connection, allow the line from your Earth Star chakra to move and flow all the way up to your Soul Star chakra above your head now. Can you allow yourself to hold both points simultaneously as the line moves through your soul star chakra and spins down around behind you and connects again in with your earth star. And this rotation continues. And also flows straight down through your being, connecting into your crown, your third eye, your throat, your heart, your diaphragm, your solar plexus, your navel, your pelvic floor, your perineum, and your tailbone, down your legs, connecting in with your earth star chakra, which also rises up your legs, your perineum and tailbone, your pelvic floor, your psoas, your navel, your solar plexus and diaphragm, up into your heart, your throat, connecting in with your ears, your sinuses, your third eye, your physical eyes, out through your crown, up to your soul star chakra. And now you have this beautiful spinning energetic torus. And as it's spinning, it flows, rotating like the earth around your being. You can see it's not single lines moving up and down, but lines upon lines upon lines upon lines, all connected and flowing simultaneously up and down from your soul star to your earth star and back and forth and in and out. And they start to glow various colors as they move, gold and red and pink and green and blue. Every color in the visible spectrum of the rainbow, and in the not so visible to our human eyes spectrums. And as this vortex, this chariot of your fire, spins and spins and spins, it opens your stellar gateway up, 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 up. and you stay present in your being as this chariot connects you out and around through all the planes and dimensions of this cosmos. Can you remember that you are also an embodied being on this earth in this moment? Can you be both? Can you be both? Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel your heartbeat. As you dance among the stars, remembering that these beautiful dance partners are also your light. They are the same as you and you as them. Allow yourself to receive their beautiful light, remembering that it is your light. And as you receive this light, as you dance among the stars, you begin to notice that this light is actually also blooming from within your body, glowing up from your Earth Star chakra, from your heart, from your navel, emanating from your pores. This rainbow light is not separate from you. It is you. It is your physical body. It is. It is. How you see it is unique to you. How you feel it, how you experience it, and how you share it. But it is the truth of you. You are this light. And as your Merkaba, your chariot, comes into an equalization with your being, your soul star chakra, connected in to your stellar gateway, also stabilizing now, not closing, but just kind of quieting down to make it a little easier to move through embodied existence now. Your whole being also quiets down. As a beautiful violet flame rises up from the bottom of your feet, helping to burn away anything that you don't need anymore from your travels. A beautiful emerald green light encapsulates you, birthing from within your heart center with faint speckles of pink all throughout. And as everything begins to settle in, you remember your feet, your Earth Star chakra. You can feel your toes wiggling. You can feel your fingers wiggle too. Connect in with your breath a little bit more. With the air making contact with your skin, with the blood running through your veins. With the waters of your being flowing. And ever so gently, you begin to hear the sounds of the room around you, smell the smells, and slowly start to blink your eyes open. When you're ready, you can come back to the screen, back to our reading. Feeling like there's 4 cards coming through the tarot. The rational mind part of my being really wants to change the order of these cards to make them match. I'll put this over here and this over here, but I know that that's not the truth. This particular reading, which is kind of funny, right? But the part of me that's like, well, it goes in this order. This is the order it's supposed to go in. It's like, oh, move those cards. It's good for a laugh. It's good for a laugh. It's a good reminder that it is not. There's our first card. Deeper. Amazing. It is not about a specific order, and you have to be doing things in this way or it's not going to work. Each of us is unique, and each of us has a unique template. It is that emperorness, right? It's that ability to be the truth of who you are. And the truth of who you are in this moment is earth water, fire, air. Because I have turned transformation into Scorpio and into water. And I have turned the Pegasus of rainbow light into air. The Emperor has a real earthy feel too, doesn't it? I suppose that's why it came out there. Let's see what else we have. The Nine of Wands. Now we're going earth, fire. The Three of Wands. And even more fire. Oh, wow. The Elder of Wands. That's a lot of fire. That's a lot of wands. Finding a way to be your true self. To, oh, you know what? This reminds me of something that came through in the cosmic light drops. That every thorn has a rose. Every thorn has a rose. And as you move through the intersecting, interconnecting aspects of your being, you're able to bloom in a new way. You bloom from the thorn, from the place of the wound, the place that hurts. And then you can find a more unified sense of self. You can connect in with your crone, your maiden. And your mother. This is true. This is not about being a female. This is not about being a female. This could be the father, the stud, the wizard, I must still have that Pleiadian energy. I'm feeling a little goofy flowing in. But the elder, this is when you realize that you are all the light. That's the actual truth of who you are. It feels like you're really being asked here to look at the transformations that have come through, to kind of look forward and backwards, to see how far you've come, how many transformations you've undergone, how much truer you are to your sense of self, to your true beingness, and how much this has changed how you exist in the world, allowing you to find a deeper sense of peace as you soar to ever deeper and more profound heights. There is a real sense of mastery over self. And I don't like the way that came through, mastery over self, but that's the words that are being given in this moment of wholeness unto self, of being able to connect to the fire that burns within you. Fire is the sense of self. In the medicine wheel, it's also spirit. So it's interesting, yes. In the pentacle, we have spirit as separate from the fire. But when we move into the wheel, the fire is the spirit. So can we feel a sense of how the truth of who we are is the spirit? Our spirit is who we are. And it feels like the transformation that you have been undergoing is the remembrance of your nature, that it's more than dual, it is allness. It is allness. It is the grand finale fireworks display that still it's that party at the end. But then after the happily ever after, the story continues. So you get to begin again. But there's a real sense of a big shift into the remembering of your wholeness. Thank you so much for letting me be part of this remembering, for sharing your love light with me, and letting me share mine with you as we dance and this joy, and as we transform and walk through the fire and the pouring rain and roll around in the mud. As we fly in the sky and bathe in the grass. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.